Welcome to the knit-along! Woo! Yes! Hi everybody, we decided to do this a little bit differently because it's summertime and it's a knit-along. So I'm Phyll and this is Barb. And who's behind the camera?
Brenda.
She's our videographer. So we wanted to give you an overview of the sock. By now you have the first part of it and you've seen a picture of what the cuff looks like. We wanted to show you the Picot Petal cast on today, and I'm going to tell you that Barb was my test knitter. We've been working together for about
10 years.
10
10 years.
I told her that it was size 1.
Oh,
needles.
and I choked. I don't like size 1 needles.
But you like the way the socks?
Socks beautiful.
Size 1 needles can't be helped. So you'll learn to love them. Just
Yes,
like Barb
you will.
hasn't. But anyway, it looks really good. So you've also learned that you have to cast on 60 for the little girl sock and 72 for the adult sock. Or 73 if you're making the Picot Petal. The whole sock is not knit with 72 stitches. I just want you to know that. I wanted a nice thick cushy cuff, fold over cuff. If you don't like fold over cuffs, don't do them, but make them either the 60 stitch for the child's, about 3 to 4, Brenda, did we say the fit would be for the little girl size?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I don't have any little girls right now. I know kids have these chunky feet sometimes, so it just never ceases to amaze me. Anyway, so next week you'll get information on how to complete the leg of the sock, and there's different options for that. In the picture you saw, the little girl's sock had the Picot Petal cast on. That's this cast on here that I'm going to show you in a minute. You've done this cast on before.
Yes, I have.
Barb.
It's really nice and very simple.
Except
But
it's a
beautiful.
one needle.
Yeah. It's still on a 1 needle, everybody.
I know,
Just so
I
you
know, I know. So I use double points and you use double points.
Yes.
And we like our double points. And I think that the pattern is easily adaptable for Cirques. It is a top-down. I like top-down socks. And so if you're converting it to toe-up, then you know, I don't have really any instruction for you about that. So are you ready to do?
Yes, ma'am. Let's get started.
All right. We'll be right back.
Here we go.
So what I'm going to show you is the Picot Petal cast on, and Barb and Brenda are here with me. You have to use the long tail cast on. Barb's going to start in just a second, but I've done 1 picot and I've completed the cast on 9, bind off 6 with that. So when I start again to cast on 9, the first stitch makes the loop. Like that. So there's 1, 2. It's a firm cast on is good. Whoops. 3, 4. It's warm here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the cast on 9. Long tail cast on, working yarn. Yarn connected. Sorry, Brenda, I'll try to keep it right in time.
Okay.
She's trying to get it close up for you. I'm going to bind off 6 knitwise. 1, I can't count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it looks like that. And then you have that, and you're going to slip that stitch on the right needle back to the left needle. So every time you've completed it, you have a section of 3. 3, 6, 9. The reason I have you cast on 73 stitches or 61 stitches is to pull this last piece up. And this piece always needs to be over your thumb. It's not going to work if you have it reversed. You'll have a big problem. So you want to have the bound off piece over your thumb. So on the little girls, the 61st stitch, and on the adult, the 73rd stitch, that last stitch pulls it up into the loop, and then you'll decrease when you knit one round. So Barb's going to get started with it, so we're going to move over to Barb, and she's going to show you the very first one. And then I'm going to show you what happens if you don't use the long tail cast on, but we'll show it like that first. It's very cute, isn't it? I love it. I just love it. So,
I'm ready to start
all right,
the long
Barbara.
tail cast on.
Correct.
It's a firm cast on.
For this particular type of cast
Okay.
on.
We need to cast on 9 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stitches cast on. Now we bind off 6.
I bind
Okay.
off knitwise.
I think 1, first stitch, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. So much pressure.
No, it's not a fast cast on.
4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we slip the stitch back to the left needle, and we're ready to start again. And here we go. This is the one that draws it up and makes it into a little bit of a picot, and you're probably going to have to fuss with it just a little bit. And there's the little tail. You want to make sure that you don't get your yarn caught in there, and I think that's it, Phyll.
It looks really, really good. I mean, as I said, it's a slow cast on, but it's summertime, the lazy days of summer. So just sit out on the porch and do your cast on, and
Just keep going.
Yep, you'll join in the round and start knitting. And next week, when we see you, you'll have your ribbing done and be ready for the pattern, the leg pattern.
Okay.
Looking good.
If you say so.
It does.
Okay. Done.